Hello, 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 everyone. This is Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you, okay? I hope that you all are having a wonderful day, evening, whenever you're catching this. And we are going to dive into the Aquarius full moon that's happening on um, August 1st, okay? Yes. Setting the tone, cleansing the energy. So, what's going to happen is we're going to talk about the astrology first. And I have my trusty notes. I feel like I went ham this time. I have like 10 different points here. And then we're going to go into the zodiac signs, okay? Hey, Amy, how's it going? I'm like live streaming on a few places here, and then I also have TikTok over here, so I'll be looking back and forth. But yeah, going over these notes here for the Aquarius full moon. So I said it's going to be on August 1st. Like, stay still. August 1st. So, before I dive all the way into it, if y'all don't know me, right, again, I'm Mystic Storm. I help people, individuals transform their lives by using divination, astrology, Reiki energy healing, and more, okay? My website is msbotanica.com. You can check that out to book readings or shop my shop, right? Browse my shop. And I reside in the Nashville area. I actually have an event coming up on Saturday. It's a Harry Potter market. Okay, so this is the first time I'm doing a Harry Potter market, so I'm here for it. I had made intention candles for it, so I'm very excited. So I said, did I say hey, Amy? Hey, Amy, how's it going? Amy, are you the Cancer twin? I think you are. If so, that's what I think she is. I did a Reiki session for Amy and her sister. It was lovely. Okay. But I think I said my announcements, remind y'all who I was. So we're gonna dive into the astrology chart, okay? Yes, I knew it was you. So I said the full moon is going to be on August 1st. Okay, that's the first of the month, y'all. So making sure that you utilize that energy to, bring in prosperity, right? We do our cinnamon blow-on rituals, but we also for the first of the month, this being a full moon, the numerology for it breaks down to a number 7. Okay, so that's still giving 7/7 from the 777 portal in July, right? So because it's a 7-year, I'm also pulling up the chart here so you all can see, making sure. Nope. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why there we go. There we go. Awesome. I don't know why it was acting funny. There we go. Now I can have my view, how I like it. Okay, so the number reduces to 7 in the numerology. So first Aquarius ruler in tarot is the star card. So that is our hopes and wishes, our things for the future, forward thinking, technology, all these things, friends, social groups, your interpersonal connections. So think about that energy alongside the Chariot card, because that's number 7 in tarot, right? So the Chariot card is all about forward thinking. Okay. Forward thinking, forward movement, driven. It can also be discipline. On the other side, it could be tunnel vision. So focus on one goal that you're not looking at the bigger picture. That's another aspect to look at. Okay. But the number 7 also has to do with spiritual growth. So this might be a season for you to elevate in your spiritual growth. You may be going through initiations within the spiritual realm. You really might be tested. Okay. You've already kind of learned a lesson, but this is kind of like another exam or pop quiz. I feel like this energy is giving us because it is really, really something. Okay. We have Venus retrograde going on. We have the nodal shifts that happen, going to South Node into Libra, North Node into Aries. We got Chiron retrograde, Saturn's retrograde, Neptune's retrograde, Pluto's retrograde. So much going on. And I'm going to break it down as to my thoughts or my insights that I got looking at the chart. Okay. So the first thing here I have is there resistance on where you're being led. Okay. That is something to really think about, especially with Aquarius is air energy. Okay, going back to that number 7, I'm also thinking about Aishu if you are into the Orisha. Okay, and then let me see. There we go. I'm making sure my settings are right. So where I'm getting this from is the Sun and Moon opposition. That is what creates the full moon. So we have the Sun in Leo in the 10th house, and then we have the Moon in the 4th house. All right, so shout out to all my Libras, my Leos. Oh, don't come for my neck, Leos. Lord, it's Leo season. Don't play with it. It's y'all season. The Lions Gate is coming up, 8/8. All right, and it's time. It's time for us to be fierce and bold. But in the midst of change, again, is there resistance on where you're being led? Okay, this is where that split mind might be coming into play, fragmented mind, and it's pretty much, follow your inner desires. Okay, follow your inner desires, especially since Black Moon Lilith is in the 10th house as well, with in Leo's energy, where the sun is. So this is being amplified. So when we talk about desires, right, we're not talking about quick fix desires. Okay, no quick fix. We're thinking more long term, the longevity of it all. What 5 years down the line? This even maybe next year. What is it that you want? Where are you being called to go? And if this is where you're being called to go, are you in alignment with that? What needs to go? What needs to be added on? It's your choice. Okay? Are you going to choose to step and walk in your power, or are you going to fumble the bag because you know better? Okay, so, but don't fight the feeling. Don't fight the feeling, not the urges. Okay, we talking about the nudges, the niggles, where you supposed to be going, but you like, oh, I don't know, I'm afraid. Not the quick fix. All right, there's alternative to quick fixes. Okay. This Leo season is fire energy, passion, love, romance. But with Venus retrograde, you might need to put some boundaries up. So if you want to, if your urges, okay, are heightening, but you need to set boundaries and you need to know your self-worth. You know, there might be some resistance and, you know, focusing on self. There are alternatives, okay, for both. You know, there's I don't want to say supplies, toys. Y'all get what I'm saying. Do what you gotta do. I'm just being being real. Do what you gotta do to fix those urges. They don't necessarily have to be with other people. Just saying. All right. Uh, so the next thing is, are your relationships aligning to your core beliefs? Right? We're segueing into that. Right? Are your relationships aligning to your core beliefs? Relationships are going to challenge the ego. Okay? Because again, Venus retrograde is here in the 10th house with Leo, with Black Moon Lilith. 10th house energy is Capricorn energy. I love my Capricorn energy. I have the majority of my planets are in Capricorn. My Pisces moon is in the 10th house, so that's Capricorn. I love the energy, but again, this ego here is going to challenge the ego, and it might be because when we think about ego, people, you know, they try to make it seem like you need to humble yourself, or you need to you know, it's too big or too boisterous. Now, to some level, some people are, and you need to check yourself. But I really do feel like this is a season for the people that are people pleasers, are empaths, are people that love to love and are on this earth with an open heart and very innocent. This is a time for self-worth, self-healing. Okay? So when I say challenge the ego, this is how you feel about yourself. Okay? This is how you feel about yourself. So your relationships are going to challenge if you really deem yourself as worthy. Is your worth being reflected to you? And if it ain't, what are you going to do about it? What boundaries are you going to put in place? 10th house energy, the planetary ruler of that is Saturn. That's restrictions, that's limitations, that's boundaries. So what are you going to do about that when it's challenged? How are you going to handle implementing the boundaries? Now, I've been the one to be nice and try to say things and make sure I'm saying things in order to, you know, not offend someone, so that way we can reach a common ground and all this stuff. But mentally, that's exhausting, you know. So sometimes, especially with this Leo energy, sometimes you just gotta say it with your chest and mean it and stand firm in it. That's what your ego is calling you to do. You know, just think about, you know, knowing you're beautiful, knowing your worth, and then this is just an example. You know, your person or your partner or your ex-partner, you see them with someone else, or they're trying to talk to someone else, and you're just like, that over me? Really? You funny. You funny. And instead of trying to prove your worth, you can just remove yourself. Okay? This is letting go of attachments. Of attachments as well. I'm flowing. Because letting go of attachments is detaching from it all. because yeah, just we're having to get back to self and our authenticity. Okay, I'm gonna get more into that. I do have some other points, but look, I was like, I was getting hot. Look, the fire is here. So yeah, are your relationships aligning to your core beliefs? What are your core beliefs? Do you have to have they changed? Have they changed? Do you need to, sit with yourself and figure that out? You know, this is a season to do that. All right. So I got that. Got that with the sun here in Leo in the 10th house, that squared off with Jupiter and Taurus in the 7th house. Okay, that's where that was coming from. And with it challenging the ego, I put, how can you change your perspective? How can you change your perspective? I talked about a side that is similar to me that resonates, but if you're on the other end, how can you bring a little bit more empathy or consideration into that? It's both sides. Everybody's on different spectrums. I just got hot because Venus retrograde has definitely tested me, but I definitely had to set those boundaries. All right, so that's where that's coming from. I've been hot. I've been real hot. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Angry and rage. Hey Felicia. Hey sis. How's it going? Yeah, I've been hot, and it's okay to release a lot of that frustration or anger that you have if it's in a constructive way. Finding tools. I know Felicia just hopped on segueing into triggers and anger and stuff like that. We even talked about that in the sister circle that Tyra Omalade has on her YouTube channel, and we talked about what tools we have in place, and we talked about meditation or going on walks. I've went to this year a rage room. Definitely F some stuff up, and it was like I was like blissed out afterwards because it was so much that I had to get out that it was it was good. And I don't think I'm that upset. I've been pretty close to the edge, but I scream in my car. You have to do what you have to do to release some of that energy. We talked about dancing, moving the body. I'm also doing Pilates, y'all. Pilates. I've been using Move with Nicole on YouTube. Okay, she's Australian, I believe. She sounds Australian. If she's not, my bad. But finding those tools to move that energy in you, because if you keep it suppressed or repressed, it will cause dis-ease. It will cause inflammation, arthritis, digestive issues. So, and when that occurs, we have to think about the chakra systems as well. Okay, and that, because everything is connected. If your body, if an ailment's hurting, it might be because a chakra is blocked. It might tell you, what's going on, some disharmonies, how to get back in balance, all that stuff. Okay, so yeah. Next, so we had 2 main points already. We're going to the third one. And it's be open to new views on your values, appearance, career, relationships. Okay. So the deep desires can be pulled out from the shadow aspects of love, gluttony, obsession, and addictions. Okay. So again, be open to new views on your values. And this is coming from Venus retrograde in Leo in the 10th house, squared off with Uranus in Taurus in the 7th house. Okay. So, you may have been on a trajectory, you know, towards something. You've been putting in the work, you've been investing your time. This really reminds me of Seven of Pentacles in tarot. You've been investing in it, but you like, where, I'm not seeing all the fruits of my labor. It's not done yet. There might be some shifts that you need to take. It might not be changing your career path altogether. It could be branching out, right? Changing your appearance, getting more into your self-care, self-love, knowing what you want in your appearance that makes you feel like your true authentic self. Okay. And then your values around relationships, we kind of dove deep on that as well. But with these shifts in the values, again, it can be a deep desire. Those shadow aspects can come out. So there might be dealings with like obsessions with love, again, gluttony, addictions. This can be addictions to love, again, sex, food, okay, substances, right? Or just people's energy, having to be around people in order to feel whole and complete, right? And that part is from Venus retrograde conjunct with Black Moon Lilith, right? Still been in the 10th house. So, okay, be open to new views. You'll be surprised. So next we have, this is number 4, evaluate on what freedom looks like to you and what financial challenges you may face. All right. This is not what you know necessarily, it's who you know. So you can make shifts again within your career, branch out, this and that. But again, the way that you may have done it in the past, it no longer applies. You can move and, up level yourself more quickly, based on your relationships, based on who you know. And with Venus in retrograde in the 10th house, which is about, Venus is about relationships, 10th house is about career too, right? With Venus being retrograde, it's visibly what? Slowing down. So if we slow down, we might uncover some things that we may have looked over. So yes, we may be feeling, some of us may be feeling the pains of Venus retrograde through, challenges in our romantic relationships, endings in our romantic relationships. But we can also use this energy to our advantage as far as, once you kind of get over that, it's like, okay, how can you, again, and I think this was from the Gemini new moon video, turning your pain into profit. How can you turn your pain into profit? You don't even though we kind of have a lot of hermit energy going on, focusing on self, that doesn't necessarily mean to stay up in the house. That could be, okay, yeah, I'm focusing on self and I'm having clear boundaries on this is me time, but I'm also going to network. I'm also going to make sure I put myself in places where people align with who I am and what I'm about. Like-minded people, finding your soul tribe, definitely with this energy. So Venus retrograde is with us. I believe till September. I think it's just September. I have it in my notes somewhere. Yep, September 9th. Okay. All right. And the post shadow ends in October. So yeah, keep that in mind. So yeah, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. And also, I put going into business with family and friends should be reflected on before you just jump the gun. So make sure you use your discernment. All right. And this is coming from the moon in the fourth house in Aquarius, right? The full moon, and that's squared off with Jupiter in Taurus in the seventh house. So that's where that came from. All right. Then we have, so this is number 5. We have, there's going to be mental and communication challenges or blocks, right? Or triggers. We can say it like that. How are you going to move through the pain of the lessons, restrictions, limitations around your love life? Again, it's definitely still with relationships, and it's not even about Venus retrograde, but your love, inner child wounds. I put infidelity because that's what drama. Also creative blocks, and creative block could also be infertility issues as well. That's for some. Um, Implementing the joy in your life by expressing yourself fully. I definitely this is working with the sacral chakra for sure, but also I want to put the solar plexus. And where I got this from was Mars in Virgo 11th house, opposition with Saturn retrograde in the 5th house in Pisces. Okay. So yeah, keep that in mind. So we have number 6. We have our energy should be focused on cultivating wealth-filled relationships. That's kind of what we talked about, of aligning to your soul tribe, releasing relationships that no longer serve you, things like that. And then I put use forward thinking and rationality to discern rightful connections. All right, people that deserve your energy. So this is more yin yang thinking / processing. That's what I put. So maybe you're too in your feminine, your yin energy, right? And you're really going on your feelings and all of that, where you probably need to balance that out and bring a little bit more masculine in it, more yang energy to bring some of that logic in there. Maybe you're too much in your head, too much in your logic, in your yang energy, your masculine energy. Like, I just want to see the facts on straightforward of this, and your calculations, you're saying the math ain't mathing, right? But you gotta put in the feeling, the intuition following that. Where's that nudge? And kind of balancing that out to bring, more practicality into your movement. This is to help protect you and to live a more balanced life. This is definitely protecting your peace. Okay, protecting your peace. And this is from Mars in the 11th house in Virgo. Yeah, trine with Jupiter in the 7th house in Taurus. And I also put Jupiter is also conjunct with the descendant. That's the 7th house, and that has to do with relationships. Okay. So, yeah. Again, this is a lot about relationships, just based off of where all of the planets are being placed. So we got a few more, and then we're gonna go into the reading portion. So then we have be open again to creative opportunities, but execute them. It's one thing to be open and say, yeah, I want to do it, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you have to execute it, because you can really expand on your wealth, your abundance, and that's with Uranus. Just Uranus in the 7th house in Taurus. Okay, Uranus has been there for a while, but with it especially being in the 7th house, just being open to those creative ideas. You may want to collaborate with someone, or you may try to get some extra support somewhere, a virtual assistant. That's what I'm hearing. Something like that to assist you to in these next projects that you have, right? If you're not doing business, this could be being open to creative ways to continue to love on yourself and live a more like sensual and tantric lifestyle, for sure. All right. Then we have this number 8. So there's going to be deep introspection, and this will help with uncovering shadow and wounded aspects of self. And this is like intense mode season. We talked about being in hermit mode, and it's like it's a me season, but it doesn't mean that you're hiding from the world. Again, we're in Leo season. It's shine bright, right? Again, you're focusing more on self. This is what's happening collectively. And this is with Chiron retrograde in the 6th house. 6th house is Virgo's energy. That's what we're getting, that hermit type of feel. And then number 9 is illusions, of course, around relationships. And when I say relationships, y'all, I know I say this in all readings, in all, it's not just romantic, even though romantic is being amplified here, but platonic, business, family, right? Relationships to substances, to food, to shopping, all of that. Okay. So yes, illusions around relationships are being unveiled, causing us to look within to remedy our tendencies that don't align with our soul's growth. Okay. I'm going to read that one again. Illusions around relationships are being unveiled, causing us to look within to remedy our tendencies that don't align with our soul's growth. Again, the numerology for the day of the full moon, August 1st, 2023, breaks down to 7. This is spiritual growth. So the illusions, right, with them being unveiled, it's really causing, again, introspection. That's what the hermit is too. Again, looking within. What are your habits? What are your patterns? What are your tendencies? Because the cycles, after so many people, you keep pointing the finger outward. The only thing that you can change really is self. We trying to change other people. We can't. You gotta change starts within, right? So this is coming from the nodal points. We're going from Libra in the 12th house. That's the south node, with that being about relationships, Libra, love, right? But it's in the 12th house, Pisces, deep thinking, subconsciousness, limiting beliefs, fears, all of that. Bringing that to the forefront is being unveiled, right? And as we go forward, we're realizing what habits have we been accustomed to that we need to release and we need to step into. That's because the North Node in Aries is in the 6th house. That's Virgo's energy. Okay. And then the final insight bullet point is we need to let our minds be transformed. Okay. To think practically and logically, to demystify limiting beliefs around our love, our relationships, our sexual energy, okay? Sexual energy, Kundalini energy. Just because we talked about urges, right? That doesn't necessarily mean you need to release that in a way that we normally do. You can get aroused by doing something that you love creatively. Okay? That's when you know like your Kundalini is rising, things like that. You might be into like a creative idea, you feel that urge. Maybe instead of, hitting up your partner or hitting up somebody or, using what you gotta use, continue working on whatever you're creating. Okay. And sexual energy, creativity, happiness, and self. So letting our minds be transformed to demystify all those limiting beliefs to ultimately create peace and harmony in our inner worlds, in our worlds. Okay. And this is coming from Pluto retrograde in the 3rd house, sextile with Neptune retrograde in the 5th house, right? And because 5th house is Leo energy, it is in Pisces, right? Pisces is in the 5th house. So we talked about those limiting beliefs, the subconscious. 5th house is Leo's energy, has to do with love and joy, happiness, relationships, drama, things like that. Then we also have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn in the 3rd house, trine with Uranus in Taurus in the 7th house. Okay. So, yeah. Let me know what you think about. Again, this is a new format that I'm doing. It does take me time, off camera, because usually I just kind of go with the flow, but I do like to sit with the chart and really, try to pick it apart before presenting it. Okay. And before we get into the zodiac readings, I'm going to tell you about the planetary shifts that's going to lead up to the Leo new moon. And with everything going on, y'all, we only have one thing, right? Look, thank God, right? And that's the 4th quarter moon in Taurus, and that happens on the Lion's Gate, 8/8. Okay, so this is going to be a powerful time to unleash your fierceness. Okay, release to unleash. Okay. Awesome. So we're going to get into the zodiac readings. Okay, I know what cards I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Tea Leaf Oracle, like I've been using, and but I'm also going to incorporate the Rose Oracle. Okay, I'm gonna bring that into the mix. So change my banner here. But before I do that, I need to have like an intro banner, but that's fine. That's fine. Overall, for the zodiac signs, you know how I break down the numerology for it. So altogether, the number was 6. Okay, and 6 in the major arcana in tarot is the Lover's card, right? We've been talking about relationships, you know, this whole session. So it's no coincidence that the numerology broke down to 6 to give us the Lovers, okay? This could be unions, yes, coming together, mended, you know, reconciliation. You know, this is for some people, not all, because again, use your discernment, use your logic, use your intuition, right? What is your body telling you? What is your intuition telling you? Are you going against that, or are you, you know, everything we've been talking about before, right? But this is most importantly though, the harmony in the union with self. The harmony, the union, and the love for self. This is the theme for especially Venus retrograde. Okay. So that's that yin yang thinking, right? Masculine, feminine, because we all have both energies within us. And it's important to balance those out. Okay. So we're doing this by element. So we're going to do the fire signs first, of course, because it's the Leo season. All right. Then followed by the air signs, because it is the Aquarius full moon, right? It's Aquas. All right. Then we got the earth signs. I chose the earth signs because we got the planets. A lot of planets are, you know, majority in the earth. And then we're going to go to the water signs. Okay. All right. Fire signs. This is your reading. So if you are an Aries, a Leo, a Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, right? Mars. This is your reading. Cross watcher, you know, all that. Your ancestors, guides, what messages, what guidance do you have for the fire signs? So it's what areas of life is spirit initiating you in order for you to grow. That's the theme for the reading. I'm gonna pull, and then I'm gonna go into the houses as well, because I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. So yeah. One more. Yeah. Fire signs. So for Aries, and we got Felicia here, Aries. We have the 4th house. 4th house has to do with the home, Cancer, right? Home, temple, body, right? This is feminine energy, trusting your intuition, delving in your self-care, your self-love. This is being nurturing and kind. This is also ancestors, okay? Ancestors. The ancestors may be calling you for sure. Because I feel like I have to burp, but it's not coming out. It's like maybe they have a message for you, but it's locked because you're not connecting with them. That might be something there. Yeah, and 4th house again has to do with the moon. So if you are into Orisha, this is Yemoja. Okay, you may want to work with emoji. You may want to visit a body of water, connect to the water, take a spiritual bath, things like that. And now we have Leo. Leo, your house is going to be the 12th house where it can affect you the most. So with the 12th house there, um, it's Pisces energy, right? So this is you diving deep. Right? It's like it's your season, it's your birthday season, but for the full moon, it's gonna have you contemplating life. Contemplating. Contemplating life, really, I mean, and it makes sense, Leo. I mean, it's your birthday. It's another wheel around the year, and you like, okay, what do I need to change? What's going on? It's a lot of reflection going on, and this is also a time to, I want to say, celebrate too. Maybe celebrate how far you've come. And yes, there may be challenges going on right now, but that's okay. Because again, reflect on the growth that you had. This is not a time to really beat yourself up. Pisces energy has to do with the moon as well. Okay, same thing, emoji. So it's being nurturing and compassionate with yourself. You might get a little frustrated, and try to say like, I'm better than that. I shouldn't have did this. I should have, would have, just reflect on, the growth. Okay. And then Sag, we have the 8th house. So you're being initiated into a deep transformation. And this is also having to do, I want to say, with like career and money, because I'm thinking about inheritance, right? So this might be a time where you really need to focus on your finances for sure. And then also when it has to do with death and transformation, what, the 8th house currently is in Gemini, or Gemini is currently in the 8th house. I should say it like that. And this has to do with your mind. Again, I said, let your mind be transformed, Sag. So you might be going through a lot of like coming up with like revelations. Yeah, that's what revelations, or epiphanies, or uncovering a lot. Like, this is deep wisdom for you. Okay. So with the tea leaf oracles, fire signs, we have Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Okay, so this is looking at things at a bird's eye view. On my TikTok yesterday, I had shared, I did a personal reading for myself, but I felt like part of it I needed to, share and just put it out there. So I just put it on TikTok, but I have one of the cards here that I had shared, and it was perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. So you might be really like tight on a situation, and the challenge is like eating you up inside. This is that eagle's eye view. You'll triumph over it. Zoom out. It ain't even that deep. Let it go. Let it wash over you, right? Because you all are in water houses. So use that water to cool you down. All right. And then we have arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect in your life. So yeah, there might be challenges wherever you're being called to go. Again, we talked about where's your soul leading you. Are you in resistance to that? All right. We have Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. This could be you. This could be a friend, a family member. Especially family. We talked about Aries, family member, or your loved one, partner, spouse, right? Then again, someone's behaving stupidly, and then we have Ram, which is a stubborn, aggressive person. So a turkey and a ram. So it might be Two different people, two parties going butting heads, right? Someone behaving stupidly, and then a stubborn, aggressive person. Now, when we see aggressive, right? We're taught that that's kind of bad. But if somebody's behaving stupidly, I feel like it might be justified. So you're gonna rise above these obstacles. Yes, you're on the right path wherever you're being called, but whatever obstacle or challenge, you might need to put some umph in it. You might need to put a little bit more force in it, be more aggressive, use a little bit more of that masculine energy. Women especially, we might have we're taught to be soft, and I'm in my soft girl era, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and I don't want to be masculine, I want to be feminine, and this and that. But if we just said we have both energies, sometimes your energy is being called to be more aggressive, right? And with it being more aggressive too, it seems to me it's justified. It's justified because if somebody, you might need to put a boundary, and they might think you being aggressive. Well, yes, because you have to protect yourself. Okay. And where is this in regards to? In the house, we have an astrological house card, marriage. So this is fifth house or seventh house, seventh house, relationships. That's Venus again. So this is a bond. This is a tie. This, you could be in a soul tie, connection, a trauma bond. Okay. If this is a relationship like marriage, and this is happening, you might need to the arrow is pointing a direction. You all need to move forward. Okay. Move forward in a situation. Doesn't mean that it's separation. I didn't say that. But for some people, again, use your discernment, your intuition. Everything that we said is a relationship aligning. All of that. So this is where, yes, I'm giving you insights, but it's everybody at the core. This is core, facts. But there's intricacies, right? There's nuances in everybody's life. But the facts is the theme. This is the theme that's going on for everyone, but everybody has a variation of it. So I can't tell you leave your husband, leave your wife, leave that. I ain't saying that. But you have to look within you to make sure that this is what you need to do. Okay? Okay. All right. So we're going to pull from the Rose Oracle to close you out, my fire signs. I hope that you all enjoyed. Comment. I love to read the comments. If you want to share an emoji, make sure you leave me an eagle. All right? All right, drop down and get your eagle on, girl. All right, Spirit. Close us out for the fire signs. What do they need to know? Ooh, the anointed. It says answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. I love that. I love that. Soul gifts. Also empowerment. So again, that goes back to the ram. Stepping up. Right? Leading. Leader. Ram is Aries energy. Okay. You are the anointed. So answer the call, answer where spirit is guiding you. You see the vision and where it's calling you. That's the right path. All right. All right, fire signs. Yes, I will see you in the next one. Make sure you check out, your sun, rising Venus. Check out my website, msbotanica.com. Yeah, okay. We're going to transition to the air signs next. Hey, Jessica. I'm sorry, Jessa. Hey. All right. We're going to get into the air signs. I didn't tell the fire signs what numerology that we're in, but that's okay. That's okay. For the air signs, the numerology is 9. I'll say that. And with it being 9, that's 9 of swords for you. And that's a lot of mental challenges. It's fear all up in your head. It's definitely nightmares, things like that. It's really anxiety, all of that. Overthinking. As an air sign, I was like a double, air in my big 3 because I'm a Gemini rising. I can definitely feel that 9 of swords. Okay. But Gemini again, for the sign. So what area of life is spirit initiating you in order to grow spiritually? Geminis, this is the 2nd house. This has to do with your value, your self-worth. This is your career. This is your daily habits. Okay. So, and then Libra, this is 10th house. Again, career, work, your reputation, how you want to be seen, your long-term goals, right? Overcoming any obstacles, because again, Saturn's energy, restrictions. And then Aquas, this is the 6th house for you. So this is focusing on your health, getting more active with your fitness. This is a service given. Like you may want to, change, or change services that you provide, add on services you provide, evaluate how you're being of service. Are you overextending yourself? Are you not pouring from a full, not even pouring from a full cup, allowing the cup to overflow and give people access? Don't pour from an empty cup, right? This is the time to focus again on self with the North Node and Chiron retrograde in the 6th house. Okay, so we have the cards pulled for the Tea Leaf Oracle. So the first card up, air signs, is a rat. Sorry, it's a rat. Someone is working against you behind your back. Okay. I was about to say, this isn't the first time we got that air signs, but this was a water signs last time. And I'm a Pisces moon. So this coming up again, I'm like, I see them. They coming out, but they'll be revealed and illuminated, if not one, but all, in August, right? Might be on a full moon. Full moon is right here. So full moon energy, they will be revealed. We talked about illusions are being lifted. So all will be revealed. So then we have cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. So we had that 9 of swords energy for the overall air sign. So you can kind of see, I understand why, right? I understand why. And but then, we have the sunrise. Oh, I'm hearing, we've been banging doors for a Joy is coming in the morning light. I can see morning breaking through the night. Right? Weeping may endure for a night. And I sung that so terribly. Y'all know I'm a singer, but I didn't want to sing full voice. I'm like, it's so puny. But yeah, weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning light. Whew. That's just like it's like a relief. It's like a huge sigh of relief, you know, especially, just from it's been a heavy season, and me as a double air sign, as a big three, this is beautiful to see. Okay. So again, what's going on, especially the full moon, got to get rid of these rats. All right. And I try to be not politically correct, but again, I try to word stuff to make sure I don't offend anybody, or I don't want to come off this way or that way. These people need to be dealt with. And you can definitely do that spiritually. You don't have to do it physically. We ain't trying to catch a case. All right. But these people need to be dealt with. This is why hoodoo, you can say hoodoo, or root work, or defensive magic is in play. You got to defend yourself, right? This is warranted. This is warranted. This is the green light, okay, to go ahead and protect yourself by banishing your enemies. Destroy your enemies. I can't remember that. The audio, slay your demons. I can't, but this is it. It's time. And it's funny because I wanted to ask if it was warranted, and this is the green light. Okay, and then we have purse. So pay attention to your finances. Okay, air signs. A lot is going on. We talked about addictions and things like that. Venus energy has to do with money, right? Also, and then the signs that rule Venus is Taurus and Libra. In Taurus, we have Jupiter. Jupiter is about expansion. So pay attention. As easy as money can come, money can leave from you. Okay? So making sure that you're paying attention to your finances during this time, All right. And then we're going to get into the final message for you, air signs. I hope you all enjoyed. Comment. I love to read comments. Leave me a sunrise, the sunrise emoji, please. Okay, because weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning light. Release it. All right, final message for the air signs. Thank you. Healing is happening. You are not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. Okay. You are not broken. It's safe to soften. Just trust the process. Healing is happening. This is gonna be healed from these connections, from the relationships that had bad intentions. This was a part of the healing process, right? You know, yes, this is yes, cracked cup. Something that the cracked cup is not you. We talked about pouring from. Did we talk about that? Pouring from an empty cup. I believe with you all. It says cracked cup, but it says you are not broken. You are not broken. This reminds me of, I think this is in Asian cultures. If a cup breaks, they amend it with gold, right? So still beauty in that. So this is again bringing in that creativity. That's creativity is healing. Creativity is healing too. So yeah, healing is happening. Air signs. Whew, I need to hear that, especially what's been going on. So Ashe. So we're gonna transition. We're gonna go to the earth signs next. And a side note for can you all on YouTube let me know how is the connection? Is it choppy? Do you feel like I went to fire signs? Like, can it be better? Because the building that my shop is in, they had changed, they had upgraded the Wi-Fi, but I felt like it was a little choppy after they did it, you know, for my last video, and I see some jumping. Okay, you said it's fine. Good. I wanted to make sure because I was like, if not, I will tell them they need to, you know, try to fix that. Okay. Now paying rent, I need, you know, the Wi-Fi. All right. So we're gonna get to the earth signs. I said I was gonna write the timestamps down, and I didn't. It's okay. The banners are gonna help me, and I'm gonna write the timestamps down. I'll get it together. So yeah, earth signs, this is your reading. So the numerology for you is the third house. So with the third house, this excuse me, is the number 3. And with the number 3, it will be 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is saying that it's okay to lean on support. Okay. It's okay to lean on support, but I'm hearing not from a codependent space. Okay, it's okay to lean on support, but not from a codependent space. Okay, this is for my hyper independent, you know, people. It's okay, you know, to allow people to give you a helping hand. It's okay. All right, you know, and then support can be support different ways. We can talk about medicine, you know, or going to a nutrition, you know, or a personal trainer, getting a mentor, you know, things like that. Okay. So for Taurus, where is spirit initiating you in the most for your spiritual growth? This is going to be third house. Here we go. That's for the third house. So it's mind, right? Your mind might be really tested at this time. This could also be initiation through siblings. So communication with siblings, you know, sibling rivalry. I just heard getting through those humps. Yeah, and then we have Virgo is 11th house. So this has to do with friends, you know, your social group, your community. Okay. So you might be called to step up and lead, Virgo. All right. Within your community. All right. And then you also might be just thinking about the future, thinking about what your hopes, your desires are, Virgo, and how you're going to step into that. You might need support to fulfill your dreams. Okay. If this is business, you may even go out for a loan, I'm hearing, okay? And then or a grant. And then for Capricorns, you have the seventh house. Okay. Seventh house has to do with relationships, right? And you know, with the three that support, three of pentacles, support in relationships. This might be reevaluating your relationship, where are they heading, where are you going, what type of relationships you want to cultivate. Yeah. And then when we say support, you might need support in relationships on how to, navigate relationships, how to be a healthy participant within a connection, Capricorn. Okay, a healthy participant. So, I'm gonna finish pulling for the tea leaf oracle. I got a couple more to pull, and then I'll let you know. Okay. Yep. So the first card that came out, Earth signs, is Money Path. Money Path. So a path with money is waiting for you to find it. Okay. This reminds me of, what did I say? Something about, yeah. This is be open to creative opportunities and execute them to receive abundance. All right. This was from Uranus in Taurus in the seventh house. This is something that you love, something that you want to cultivate. Again, relationships, the seventh house might have to do with collaborating with someone, might be a business partnership, right? Or we talked about leaning on support. I think I said this in another group, virtual assistant. Okay. I hear it. I hear it. I told y'all majority of my planets are in Capricorn. and then my Pisces 10th house, 10th moon in Pisces in the 10th house. Yeah, and that's Capricorn. So money path, right? Then we got man, dealings or relationships with a man. All right, so this might be the person that you're collaborating with. Someone might be helping, support you. And then and I'm like, a path when we think about money, right? We think about the energy of wealth, right? And I did say wealth-filled relationships. Wealth-filled relationships. So this is, again, making, it's networking, connections, right? But money could also be worth your wit to the person, right? They want to invest money, time, right? So he's kind of making it business, kind of making it relationship, call it what it is. And then we got March, though. This is March energy is springtime. This is renewal, fresh, right? Spring love. You can say it like that. Then we have Beryl. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So, but then I said, wait, money path? A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So if you feel like something is lacking, you may have known this, you probably have been feeling this since March, or this is the number 3, saying like, in 3, you might need to come up with a 3-month plan. Earth signs, 3-month plans to get you where you need to be in your goals. Again, this can be with money, this can be with love, because I said Venus has to do with both, right? Then we have bird flying. News is on the way. News is on the way. And this one slipped down. Rose, romance. Romance is in the air. Okay. So again, this could definitely be business partnerships, but you see how I said this person can make you feel worth it. And it's, yes, it says a man, but we just talked about harmony within self, having masculine and feminine aspects. This might be someone that's coming off more masculine dominant, right? Someone that maybe identifies as a man. Different strokes for different folks, okay? So I hope you all enjoyed my earth signs. Comment. I love to read the comments. Leave me money bag. If you want money bag and a rose. Okay. And yeah. Hold on. Switching. I'm gonna pull one more card for you to close you out. Earth signs. This is from the Rose Oracle. I'm gonna get the final message. The Mystic Rose. It says compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. Okay. That compassion and devotion, right? And I feel like, again, we've been talking about self, and she has like multiple hands, and they're all into self. I don't know if you all can see that. So it blossoms from within, right? The more compassion you have for self, the more you can have with others respectfully, right? I said, yeah, remember, you can lean on support, but make sure it's not codependent. All right. And yeah, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. All right. Yeah. All right, earth signs. Thank you. We're gonna move on to the water signs. Last but certainly not least. Okay. Water signs, this is your reading. Cancer season. Whew. Heavy, real heavy. My flow heavy. So heavy, Cancer. Goodness. But your energy is so necessary. So necessary because those feelings, those emotional tides that come in, they're alerting us that the shift is changing, changes are happening, and we need, if it's something isn't working, we need to figure out a different route. Okay, so change the direction of your sail. That's what I'm thinking about. But yeah, water signs, the numerology breakdown for you was 6. So it makes sense. 6 of cups. I was thinking about 6 of swords actually, because it's like that transition into peaceful waters. But actually 6 of cups has to do with nostalgia, past lives, past soulmates, right? Memories of love. All right, so you might be going down memory lane. You might be haunted by the past. Okay, but yes, we live in the present, but you might have to, again, reflect on that. If it's coming up, it's coming up for a reason. I said this in the what was this? The Cancer new moon reading was, let your triggers be your medicine. Okay, let your triggers be your medicine. I see both of those, Felicia. Eagle for fire and money bag for earth. All right. So Cancers, this your house that's going to affect you the most for your spiritual growth is going to be the first house. So major changes, major shifts for you. I'm just really just focused on like appearance. Like I feel like that might be your goal right now, is just like, how do you want to be seen, you know, within your world, okay? And then but this could just be new beginnings, right, all around. Let me make that clear. All right, I couldn't even get that out. But then we have Scorpio, it's ninth house. Ninth house is Sag energy. So this is breaking down into that wisdom. Okay. Wisdom. All right. Might even be pushed to relocate, you know, honestly. If you're thinking about moving homes for sure, because the ninth house, Cancer is in the ninth house, and Cancer has to do with the home. Okay, who is this? Yeah, Scorpio. Yeah, you might be relocated, or you know, where are you being called to? Right? Are you resisting that? You know, you may want to move out of state. You may want to move to a different country. You know, explore. What do you have to do? How can you plan? Okay. And then Pisces, we have the fifth house. So you're being initiated within love, right? Within, you know, protecting your peace. This is also your happiness, your joy, your creativity, your inner child. Solar plexus energy, which has to do with what, Leo, the season we're in. Okay, so this is you being courageous. This is you being compassionate to self and loving on self, and still being open to love. I mean, the initiation process is not it's not for the faint of heart. So I'm not saying this to act like that this might be the best time for you right now, but I think you got this, because with everything that's going on, still have that faith, or still, you know, or instill the love that you wanted to give to others to yourself, or instill it in places where you are appreciated, and you are people know your worth. You know, we'll go it that way. So the first card out is Target, a goal-oriented person, right? Your focus. We talked about the number 7 for the breakdown of the day, which 7 in the major arcana is the Chariot. So yeah, very focused, very driven, but this can also be can get into obsession, fixation, tunnel vision. So different sides of that. And then we have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. We've been talking about relationships and how relationships can help you build wealth. So if you want to meet a goal, you know, you might get in contact with somebody. Somebody can remind you of someone, or someone from the past may connect you to somebody that you need to meet in order, you know, to make things move. Again, it's not about what you know, it's who you know sometimes. And then we have funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. So you want this goal, right? Oh Lord, that just made me think about. Whoa, okay, you have this goal, but you know, you get fixated on it, right? This even reminds me of like a detective type, or you know how they get like engrossed in the case, that they just that's all they think about. Or the movie The Black Swan, how she really pretty much had to like die like spiritually to like morph and transform or embody the Black Swan, right? So whew, is being how far are you going? And this is the water element, right? So you're malleable, you flow, you adapt, you morph, you shape shift, right? And with that too, so a meeting with a stranger could be important. So this can be an encounter. We talked about, you know, relationships to build up. But then this can be somebody that you meet and you might get into, what we talking about? Relationships. This can be romantic, right? So we said six of cups, memories of love, soulmates, past life lovers, all that. But then we got the funnel. Period of frustrations, lessons to be learned. Ooh, Saturn retrograde is in the 5th house, y'all. That has to do with love. Ooh, ooh. I'm like, why? But I'm also thinking about, it makes so much sense as it pertains to my life too, because Pisces moon. And then you have Jug, light-hearted, carefree time. So after all the frustrations of not necessarily hitting the goal or hitting the target, right? Your expectations. After you go through that frustration, it's time to, you know, I heard let bygones be bygones, and, you know, live a more carefree life. You know, 5th house does have to be, you know, inner child lightheartedness, right? And then we have Apple. Temptation will test you. So it's just like after you went through, you know, lessons to be learned. So it's just like, are you learning the lesson? Have you learned? Have you really learned? You trying to go back, ain't it? It's tempting, right? That's the urges we talked about. Ooh, the urges. Because you want to feel something. You know, there's other ways to feel. Yeah, I'm purchasing something new. A new tool. Just saying. I have some already, but I feel like it's another, because temptation ain't gonna get me. And even with meeting somebody new, this could be somebody completely new. Don't let temptation get you. He said not too bad. Oh, he said YouTube is glitching a little bit. Thank you for letting me know. Look, that's probably because I was over there talking mess. Don't let temptation get you. I'm curious because we got an astrological house one right here. You know, usually they're red. Oh, this one too is purple, but this is the month of the year. But you know, they're usually like this. But success in the area of like, so this is 10th house water signs. I gotta get the month right. Got to get the month water signs. February. Okay. February. This can be success in 2 months. This can be building months to years. We can say that too, because it takes time. Success is 10th house. That's Capricorn. That's Earth energy. So it's the slowest moving energy. Also, this is storm season. Right now, we've been having storms like a mug, and I feel like my emotions too. Like when storms come up, like I'm very connected with storms. It's the name. So but that means also a lot of transformation, a lot of growth, a lot of shifts. Okay, so knowing that the chaos that's going on is to bring you re-navigate you or recalibrate you to success. Okay. All right, water signs, and then I'm gonna pull from the Rose Oracle. Final message for the water signs, spirit. Oh yeah, comment. I love to read the comments, water signs. Leave me a star. The twinkly stars. Twinkly stars. All right. Ooh. It's funny because I said earth energy. It says whispers of Mother Earth. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. Mm. So we talked about, that goal-oriented person. This might, again, redirect that storm, redirecting you not to necessarily the people, not necessarily the temptation, the urges, but we talked about how when you get that sexual energy, it's not just because you need to release it in a pleasure-filled way. And when I say pleasure-filled, it's creativity. If you in your creative bag, it's pleasurable, right? So yeah, you might be called to write, create, invent, right? Yeah, definitely a time, and you're a channeler. Water signs, definitely. You are the intuitives. You are the oracles. You are the seers. You are the mystics, right? So you might be getting spiritual upgrades for sure at this time. All right. So this is especially a good time to, just shake it off, be carefree, and let this, anything that's kind of chaotic roll over your shoulders. Okay. You said, Felicia, same connection to storms. Oh yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, y'all. Well, we did it. We did it. Indeed. All right, the home stretch. We're gonna go to the closing remarks and the collective, all of that. And I'm like I said, it's been a heavy season. But even in chaos, even in death, transformation, right? Life goes on. And that's a good thing, but also it's when you in the thick of it, man, it hurts. You gotta keep moving. And with the hustle and bustle of life, in that too, this is giving yourself grace and compassion that it's gonna take some time. Healing is no set time. It's not linear, it's cyclical, right? So with that being said, you might be fine one day and all of a sudden you get a wave over you and you cry or you get mad or anything. It's it's okay. It's okay to feel, because you need to let that out. You need to release it. You need to move the energy. You need to transmute it, right? So you get so tired here. Have I talked about Libra yet? I sure did. Yeah, I've already went through all of them. This is the closing remarks, so you'll have to catch the replay, okay? And then I have banners so you can, scroll through and you'll see for the air signs, okay? But yeah, feel it. You have to feel it to heal it. And I would say especially for, all the signs, honestly, because we all have our way of dealing with, emotions. Um, but some of the darker emotions can really take hold of you. Um, Again, honor that, because you don't want to neglect it, just shove it down, because then you neglecting your shadow self. But then you also need to have boundaries and discipline with yourself. Know your limits. Also, all your thoughts that trigger your feelings aren't you. Okay, so if it get a little dark, a little twisted, you know, it's it's okay, because you are a creator, you are a magician. You can shift the energy, but the trick is remembering it in that now moment when you're going through it. Okay, so this is why we do this work. This is why we do mindfulness. This is why we do meditations, breath work. You have to do what you have to do. So yeah, I'm gonna pull one more card. I'm gonna pull from the Whispers of the Ocean. The Whispers of the Ocean is like definitely a ancestral deck to me now. So I love this deck. Final message, Spirit, for the collective, for the Aquarius full moon. Single-mindedness. We've been talking about self, especially when it comes to relationships, all that stuff. It says, choose your own path and what is best suited for you. No one else, but for you. Okay? Single-mindedness. But it's so funny that it's multiple fish, right? So this means wherever you're being called, whatever path that you're being called to, though the people over here, people over there may not align to it, you're aligning to what? Again, your soul tribe, wealth-filled connections. Okay? I love that. I love that. I'm gonna read this last one. I couldn't. I had to. This is breakthrough to new dimensions. A new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst forward into your consciousness. Ooh. New dimensions, paradigm shifts. What do you choose? What do you want to be? What do you want to create? Okay? The choice is yours. Choice is yours. Okay? That single-mindedness, mindfulness will get you to break through to new dimensions. Okay? So, that's it. That's all, y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me on another lunar astrology reading, right? The moonbeam astrology, I'm calling it now. So yeah, shout out to all the people on the replay. Thank you all again on the live. Have a wonderful full moon, Aquarius full moon, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.